Hello there. Welcome to Wake Up and Live with the Arts. I'm Sue Johnson along with Eva Withers Evans, and we are here to spend a few minutes with one of our favorite Cleveland people. Yeah, there are a lot, but currently he's one of our favorite, and this would be Terrence Spivey, the artistic director of the not infamous, it's not,
historical.
Wouldn't it be fun? Historical. But if it were infamous, it might have more attention because, you know, the world likes sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Right.
But Karamu's historical institution, Terrence is here to speak a little bit about our current,
yes.
His current production of The Color Purple, which is going to finish out this season with quite a blast. There's a whole lot going on at Karamu, and we are so thrilled to play a minor role in Karamu's resurgence and revival and revitalization, renewal, refreshing.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
I think it's quite a major role that you're providing, not minor.
Oh, well, thanks.
I just want to say, Sue, thank you for all the work you've been doing for us at Karamu House and just the artists in general in Cleveland. You know, you've really been very persistent in really giving people purposes and reasons for being here, not leaving. So I'd just like to thank you too.
Yeah, that's the key.
So that means I'll be in more interviews now. So.
Yes, sir. So let's start with The Color Purple, and then you have some. They're not ancillary, but good grief, Charlie Brown. You've got a lot going on with Kent State,
Yes.
and then we've got the Hall of Fame we're going to talk about.
Yes.
So, and then of course our own Malika, your baby girl, is over here hiding in the wings, and she is the head costumer right now.
For the show. She's an independent contractor like all the others at Karamu.
Sure.
We don't have anyone on staff yet. We have Miguel Osborne back too.
Right. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in the show, and he's been assisting her, Malika on like the African wardrobe and stuff. He's fantastic.
Yeah, so another rising star coming up out of Karamu.
Yes.
Okay. So back to The Color Purple. What's up? What's going on?
It opens Friday, the 23rd, and it closes June 15th.
Like in
May 23rd.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Like tomorrow. Yes.
And you're in Tech tonight.
Yes, we're in Tech. No, actually, we previewed. Yes, we previewed today. It's been so fast moving. I'm like, you know.
Hot dog. So preview tonight.
Yes.
Opening tomorrow. What time?
8 o'clock tomorrow.
8 o'clock. Jello Theater.
Jello Theater.
Okay.
Yes.
And it runs through
June 15th.
And why is June 15th so special? Do you know?
Do I know?
It's the end of the celebration, the Hall of Fame celebration.
That's right.
Yeah, I knew that. I just wanted to
know. So it's capping off the opening or the beginning or the launch of the 100-year celebration.
Yes.
Now, Terrence, we've been talking, about some of the things going on at Karamu, but specifically, our important topic is about The Color Purple.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on with that.
Yes, the piece is about the young lady Celia who goes through like a close to 40-year struggle of abuse, and it shows us how self-resilient she is in surviving. That's really the true arc of the play, and of course she reunites with her little sister Nettie, who had gone to Africa.
Yes.
And she comes back, and it's. This piece and so many others that I've even directed or produced, it's really the epitome. I mean, this is written by Alice Walker, is the epitome of how strong you all are, females, of all races, how strong you all are, and you all are the spine of the world, in terms of keeping everything in place and supporting and everything. And it's really the example of someone who struggled so much, through life, in the hands of Mr., whom everybody knows in the movie played by Danny Glover, brilliantly.
Right. And who's
playing Mr.?
The gentleman named John Burton. I was going to say his other name, the African name. I was afraid but Burton is. I said John Burton.
Okay.
Because because I can't really pronounce his last name. He has an African name.
Okay.
He's fantastic.
And who's your Seeley?
Seeley is Carlicia Smith.
Okay.
She was in The Bluest Eye, and she also played Nettie last year in the production.
And what about Suge?
Suge is played by Cherie Dominique. I don't have nothing written down. You worse than James Lipton.
Well, actually, this show was founded on that actor's studio, and hopefully bring some class and quality to it. Okay.
But Cherie Dominique, better known as the McElroy family. She's part of the McElroy family.
Oh, sure.
She's playing Suge.
Okay.
And Christina Johnson is Sophia.
Sophia.
Yes. And
that should be fun.
And Daryl Barnett is playing Harpo.
Harpo.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so
sounds like you got a
and
really
interestingly
good cast.
enough, this is one of the casts I'm not that familiar with. I don't happen to know them. But the other fascinating thing, this is a Sue Johnson thing, all these years about The Color Purple, and Seeley is not a beauty queen. She is what we would kind of describe as homely, but as the heroine, to show us that the strength, the wisdom, the beauty, the fight to live. It's not about being something on Harper Bazaar.
Exactly. It's funny you mentioned that. We talked about, when we were doing character study of the play, we talked about the fact that it's the beauty on the inside. And even though Whoopi still looks beautiful, Carlicia, and the young lady who played it before, sometimes you can be the most beautiful woman physically. If somebody keeps saying you're ugly, 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 you're going to believe it.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's really on the inside that really counts.
And you have to go see the play. Even if you've seen it before, it's kind of like The Lion King and The Phantom. You can't see it too much. And one of the parts that I love, of course, is when Seeley rises up against Mister. And it reminds me, remember Angela Bassett with Tina Turner? And she finally said, enough's enough. So this packs houses. So we want you to call Karamu at 216-795-7070. Try the box office at extension 222 or the business office to get your tickets for this performance, because it'll probably be sold out. It's a very popular show, and it represents some of Cleveland's finest theater and musical theater. Who's the music? Is Cheryl in the musical?
Therapy, yes.
Okay, she by herself or with?
Yes, Glenn Brackens is assisting her.
I'm not familiar.
Just want to shout out to the cast too and the crew. We have a total of 50 in the cast this time. We had about 45 last year, so maybe 50 plus this year. But I just want to thank them again. I'm sure they're going to see this. When they click their link, it's a couple of days from now. And I want to thank them for staying up to like 2 in the morning. For rehearsals.
Just out of curiosity, take this question as it is. Does this happen to be a production with an equity contract in it?
Not this year.
Not this time.
Not this year.
But just on that subject for a hot minute, Cleveland is opening up, and Karamu, to some more opportunities for our equity actors. To be involved in productions.
I just want to interject something. Terrence was saying that they were staying to like 2 in the morning for rehearsals. This is the only man I know who made the actors on stage freeze for the whole 15-minute intermission.
No, you didn't.
When they did B. Luther Hatchie.
Oh, really?
Yes. They froze on stage for the whole 15-minute intermission.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
It's a continuation from the beginning of the second act. So I decided to keep them on.
Hot dog.
And, I just said make sure you don't drink a lot of water before the first play. Do the first act.
Which would have been my situation, yes. Okay. Now, Color Purple, as magnificent and humongous as it is only one of the many things that you find yourself self-involved in. Spend a minute telling us about your artistic directing out at Kent State.
Yes, right now we're still, they want me to come back. It's still in the works. We don't have anything lined up for right now. But it was a joy working with them this past fall and spring season. I don't know if I can say the title of the play with the
You would know better than I, as far as we're concerned.
Well, the play No Niggas, No Jews, No Dogs.
John
Redwood.
Henry Redwood.
I did that for November. I directed that for November production. For Pan-African Studies Community Theater, African American Community Theater. And this past April, it was for Color Girls.
Who've considered suicide when the rainbow isn't enough. And it's by her.
To
the day, I cannot get that name out of my mouth properly. So so Kent State is something that may happen again. In the fall, and when it does, let us know.
Yes, and I'm excited if it happens. They may end up premiering something that Karamu hasn't done yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be super cool.
Pan-African Studies. So maybe something may be premiering that I'm cooking up.
Sounds good. Along with the fact that next year you'll hear more about it. But our friend here, to show you his role in American theater, how he's bringing Karamu up to where we all know it should be, is the fact that you are the keynote, you can say it, right?
Yes,
you are the keynote speaker next year for the conference.
Yes, the United States Institute for Theater Technology.
All right.
They have it each year in different places. It was in Dallas, and they're having it in Cincinnati at the Duke Energy Convention Center next March 2015. And I accepted to talk about diversity, and one of the first things I'm going to bring up is Nate Barnett.
Nate,
this ties in with the history of Karamu, with a lot of great folks, not just on stage, but who came from Karamu behind the scenes. He was the second black stage manager on Broadway?
Something like that.
That's going to be the launching pad to talk about that.
Well, he still isn't busy enough because here, can you get a close-up of this part, Lester? Here, he's also integral in the Karamu's Hall of Fame celebration that we are all in preparation for, which kicks off Friday, June 13th, and with a special performance of The Color Purple. And then that whole weekend is chock full of Karamu celebrities and stars and food and fun and entertainment. And Essie-Patha Murkison is our keynote national
living legend award.
And then we have a whole lot of folks from the area.
And I'm very happy. I'm very excited about Kyle Carthens too.
He was just on the show. A rising star.
He's come through the ranks of Cleveland School of the Arts, the Karamu House, and he's doing stuff all over the place now. And also the late great Ivan Dixon, posthumously getting an award for living national legend.
So there are a number of folks, and for those of you who are on the Wake Up and Live's Actor Studio email list, I'll be sending you this information in case you didn't get a hard invitation, so that you can still join us for the event for the whole weekend or portions of the weekend. And at this point, speaking of folks to be recognized and honored for their contributions, I would like to take just a minute for our friends, Ruben Silver, who is now up there with the other stars in heaven, and Dorothy Silver, of course, is still here working and living on. So the whole country, the planet, acknowledges that Ruben's passing was that dim light in the sky, and they lowered the lights, dimmed the lights down at the Allen Theater a couple weeks ago. So continue prayers for Dorothy Silver. Everybody knows who she is. So we've got, I don't know, we haven't exhausted everything, but you're exhausted because you've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning or something. And so what we're going to do, is there anything else we need to cover to make sure we have promoted what you're doing as the artistic director, what Karamu is doing, or anything like that that we've missed this time around?
No, I'm just excited to just be, this is going on my 10th year now, and just getting more young people involved on the stage.
Wow,
we have a lot of young folks in this production, just as much as last year. And a young lady who's assisting me now, she's from Akron, India Burton. They just did a profile on her in the Akron Beacon Journal. About her helping out here in Cleveland with the Karamu House. So I'm excited to see people like her, Michael Oatman, all these artists just, flourishing.
And we've got, speaking of our artist, who is connected to Karamu, by the way, speaking of artists making it now, we've got our own Vicki Williams, playwright.
All
Lester, if
right.
you can
Yes.
kind
Yes,
of
yes.
capture this close up. Vicki, we are thrilled to be producing with and for her this play called Commemorative.
Very good.
And it's a story of the Tuskegee Airmen who are here in Cleveland, 4 of the Tuskegee Airmen who are known here in Cleveland. And at this point in time, we're down to having just one living legend.
Wow.
And hope
Okay.
that we have him at the November
Okay.
production. And so we will be letting you know about how you can sign up, get your tickets for Commemorative and support our own local playwright. Eric Coble ain't the only one.
Right.
And then see this wonderful story of what the Tuskegee Airmen went through in the early years, in the years of the war, World War II, about 1938 to about 1945, 48. And it's a whole new perspective of what these airmen experienced. So lots going on,
Yes.
lots of emerging
Yes.
and Cleveland area artists. And the
Yes.
point is, keep them here.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Right,
then go
right.
work nationally, but be able to stay here
Yes,
and make
exactly,
a living.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm excited too, just to mention the National Black Theater Festival.
Yes,
is going
NBTF,
to be
yes.
Next year, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm in discussion with them as well, and doing some special honoring of Karamu House.
Yes.
Under this 100th anniversary. A lot of
Uh-huh.
the alums I've spoken to are looking forward to attending to do some
Okay.
special event.
That would be
at the
super
festival.
cool.
Yeah.
Who's running it now? Because, who's in charge of the NBTF now? Is it the same guy?
Larry Hamlin, who passed
he's-
away in
he passed away,
2006.
yeah.
So his
Okay.
wife is kind of over it now.
She's
His
kind of
wife
running it?
passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be on the lookout for that because usually it's about August.
Yeah, early August.
As a
First
rule.
week of
And I
August.
haven't been in a number of years, but I sure want to go back
And
and
the
see
Delco
that.
Awards coming up in November, so.
Oh, that's the prestigious New
I
York.
know, I know.
That he would be a candidate for. Okay, so we can quit schmoozing with you now and move on. Okay, all right. Listen, Terrence, we are so thrilled that you took time out of, as they say, your busy schedule. Preview tonight, opening
Yes.
tomorrow of The Color Purple, Karamu at 2355 East 89th. But everybody knows it's on the corner of Quincy and 89th. You come in to the parking lot from East 89th, and it's a gated lot and the rear entrance. And you'll know Karamu, if by nothing else, that huge mural of
Yes,
Ruby Dee,
that's right.
commissioned by, what was that, Sankofa Fine Arts? did
Yes,
that?
Sankofa, yes.
That is up there to welcome you to Karamu. Want to also give a shout out to Pat Egan, our interim executive director, and she and Terrence have, along with whoever else on the team, David Reynolds,
Yes.
the chair, they've been involved beyond belief in Karamu being the great institution that we all know and love, and she's been beyond a breath of fresh air. So thanks, Pat. Thanks to you for hanging with us for a few minutes to watch Terrence, and certainly we're going to have some more good folks. Okay? Okay? Okay. All right. Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.